The U.S. Arab Radio Network is the largest Arab and Muslim radio network in America, broadcasting throughout the Midwest region Monday through Friday on WNZK AM 690. U.S. Arab Radio features Arabic and English language programming on every topic, from health, food, and culture to government, politics, and legal issues. Listen live to U.S. Arab Radio in Michigan, Toledo, Ohio, and Windsor, Canada on WNZK AM 690. And in Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia on WDMV 700 AM. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. So join us every day on the U.S. Arab Radio Network and check out our website at www.arabradio.us.
Good morning and thank you for being with us. This is Khalil Hachem with U.S. Arab Radio. Happy Thursday and thank you for listening. We have a great show for you today. As part of our coverage on communities, we would like to highlight the Westland Multicultural Festival scheduled for tomorrow and Saturday. That's Friday and Saturday. The festival honors various cultural heritages, while promoting creativity, commerce, and community connections in Westland. The event begins with a leadership breakfast at City Hall from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. The festival will also include the Stronger Westland Parade with Fox 2 News anchor Roop Raj acting as the Grand Marshal, as well as the Multicultural Marketplace, which will present a variety of live music, dance lessons, food trucks, diverse vendors, and international fashion show spotlighting refugee women. It sounds like a great time in the community. With us this morning are four people who are part of the festival. First, we got Ronald Reels, and please forgive me if I don't pronounce your name correctly. When it's time for you to speak, please correct me if I didn't pronounce your name correctly. He is the owner of Unstoppable Apparel in Westland, a wheelchair user. He values culture awareness and cross-culture collaboration. Ronald has won 5 gold medals and 1 silver medal at the Michigan Wheelchair Games. The medals were for track, including for track and field, shot put, and air rifle, among other other areas. Dr. Asi Ajiro, did I say it correctly?
That's correct. Thank you.
He is the medical director of Primary Care Plus in Westland and a sponsor of the 2-day festival. And he will be showcasing his health services at the at the vendor exhibition space. We also have One Single Rose, and she's with us from California this morning. Thank you so much for waking up so early. And she's a poet laureate and Motown Mike Performance Artist of the Year. She will be performing on the first day of the festival tomorrow at Central City Park. Also, and we have with us Angel Lavery, representing the Michigan Lion Dance Heritage Taiwanese group that will perform at the festival. Good morning to all of you, and thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Let me start with Ronald. Ronald, thank you for being with us. Tell us a little bit about you and tell us a little bit about the festival and how long have you been part of it?
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
My name is Ronald Riles. I just actually learned about the festival. It was kind of an ironic thing that just visiting a community event to just to be a part of it, first of all, is a great honor. You know what I'm saying? And to show that with people with disabilities like myself, it also could be a part of the community.
Wonderful. How long have you been part of the festival?
It's been at least a year now.
Okay.
So,
and what will you be doing?
Oh, me at large is just more of an observer, but but I do want to connect and interact with everybody, because we all as a whole is a culture. Right.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so I just want to bring my stand on the culture. It's not just maybe what you do, is who we are, as a whole. So I just want to bring my flair to the cultural event.
What do you remember about the festival from last year?
Oh man, it just the smiles, the fun that everyone had, and just community. Everyone getting to know each other, which was a beautiful thing.
Wonderful. And Dr. Rossi, good morning again, and thank you for being with us. You sponsored the festival, and how you feel about it, and tell us a little bit about you and your business as well.
Thank you very much. And once again, thank you for this opportunity. Yes, my name is Dr. Osinachi Ajero. I'm a primary care physician. And yes, my wife and I opened a clinic. It's called Primary Care Plus.
Okay.
So basically, we are members of the community here in Westland. And we started our clinic about this time a year ago. Because we want to be part of the community, because we live in the community. Our children go to school here in the community as well. So we wanted to bring our expertise, in medicine to come back to Westland. And that's how we started Primary Care Plus. And yeah, it's going to be my first time or our first time for this festival. So we're very excited. Definitely, the festival is like a showcase of who we are in this community. So definitely that's something we want to be part of. Got the opportunity from Mr. Pascal. He's one of the Westland City officials, and we definitely jumped in it because we want to showcase that we care about this community because we are from here, and that's why we brought our clinic and our expertise in direct primary care to the community here.
Where will people find you? What part of the festival you'll be in?
So we actually will have a stall in the festival. We'll have a table, and people can come and ask any questions. I will be there. A nurse practitioner, Latoya Jero too, will also be there, and we'll be very present from the start, from the breakfast even to the main events. We'll be there the whole day to respond to any questions people may have. If they're looking for primary care within the area, definitely we are, poised to be that person or those people you can be trusted with your healthcare.
It's interesting that you're starting this business there, because today, most people end up going to urgent care or places where you see, PAs and so forth and so on. You don't really have that connection with a doctor like we used to have. And it seems like this is really what you want. You want that connection with your clients.
That is very correct. Unfortunately, the way medicine is, there's so much between the doctor and their patients. We are bringing something. Is a refreshing change where patients can connect directly with their physician. It's called direct primary care. So basically, doctors and their patients have a direct relationship, which improves general health outcome, because you're not just seeing somebody that you don't know. You're seeing a doctor you've been close to that is there to help you and really figure out your health, rather than just have a 5 minutes consultation and you're out the door. Here,
Yes.
our patients have that time and the luxury of their doctor. Same day appointments, next day appointments for us. You can call your doctor anytime, any day if you have an issue. And that's how you want to be.
That personal relationship. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Very important.
Are you going to be offering any tests? Like, some people offer like a, sugar test, things like that. Like, the quick things that people like to know about.
You know what? We were thinking about it, and we might still consider it, but we just didn't want it to overshadow, what is going on in the event, because you might have a line of people trying to check their blood pressure. But yeah, we're thinking about it, and
people will remember you more. Yeah, people will remember you more, and
I agree.
Yeah.
So the only other thing about it is, if someone has a high blood pressure, then what do you do next, or something like that?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean,
So,
it just kind of connects with people right away. And
it does.
And unfortunately, with all the junk food we have, most people either have some diabetes or high blood pressure or something else. So
That's very true.
before I thank you, and we're gonna be talking more, but before I go back and introduce another member, I'd like to go back to Ronald. Ronald, could you tell me a little bit about Unstoppable Apparel? What is that?
Well, it's a company that I started to wish to give people the motivation with physical challenges or disabilities that they can also do something positive,
Yes.
right? You know what I'm saying? That they can have some claim of ownership, and mainly with their confidence. You know what I'm saying? Because if like I chose Unstoppable Apparel because no matter what we do, if you don't have a confident mindset and a good support system, you're going to stop essentially. But if you get the confidence and then you see, if I can show other people that it's possible, maybe they can be unstoppable as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. I love that. We go back now to One Single Rose, and thank you again for waking up so early in California. I think it's 6 o'clock, isn't it?
Yes. And when I saw that this would be a radio interview, I'm like, cool, I can just call in. It's a call in situation. But
I
oh
can
my
call in from my
God.
bed if I want to.
Yes.
Unfortunately, these days we have to do both because we not only we do radio, and this will air on we are live on I should say we are live. This is drive-in time, and from 8 to 9 on WNZK. Also, it will air on our networks as well, which is online networks.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see you guys and hear me.
Okay, tell us what part of the festival you'll be, taking part of, and how long have you been involved with it?
Well, I'll be performing poetry and song Friday evening in a half-hour set. Something inspirational for the community. I'll be doing a few pieces where I get the community involved, and it's going to be all about love and inspiration and motivation.
We could use that these days.
Absolutely.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about you. How did you end up being a poet?
Under protest. I started writing in the second grade, but I took it seriously well into my older age as a poetry author. And I would attempt to sell books, and people would be like, let me hear a poem, but I didn't have any poems memorized. So I tried to sell books, and that actually pushed me into becoming a spoken word artist. And ever since I opened my mouth to share that first piece, it's like the world opened, and I've been traveling all over the world, sharing positivity and motivation wherever my words are welcomed. And that's what brought me out here to San Diego this week. And as soon as I'm back off the flight, I'm right to you guys in Westland.
San Diego has a beautiful weather.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. I've never been here. The scenery is amazing. The food is good. So I'm really happy.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you'll be reading poetry about love?
Yeah, I'll be doing some love poetry, some inspirational poetry. I have a few civic and community inspirational pieces. I also get audiences involved with some of my poetry where we create a community piece, which I'll probably do on Friday also. But I just feel the energy, see what's important to the audience, kind of ear hustle when I get there to see what pieces that I might want to do that would resonate with the crowd. So I kind of arrive early so I can hear what's going on around me in the venues, and then I try to deliver what the audience calls for.
Wonderful. Look forward to hearing you recite poetry and seeing you at the festival.
You
And
as well.
absolutely, please stay with us. Finally, we're gonna be Miss Lavery. Good morning, and thank you for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
And I hope I didn't mispronounce your name, Angel Lavery.
That was perfectly pronounced. I appreciate it.
Thank you. At least I got one of them right. Please tell us a little bit about you and what's your involvement in the festival.
Sure. I'm the public relations director for the Michigan Lion Dance Heritage Team. We will be performing in the parade in Westland. The Michigan Lion Dance Team is a tradition for Taiwanese lion dance. This is our 42nd year in Michigan, and we're really excited to start a joint sister city relationship with Westland and Hsinchu, Taiwan. Our group essentially is a group of 11 to 17-year-old students here in the greater Detroit area, and we will be performing a newly choreographed drum line in the parade.
Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to be talking a little bit more about the festival, but we're going to take a short break. Please stay tuned.
A car accident can change your life in an instant. As a result of a car accident, you may become unemployed. As a result of a car accident, you may need a lot of medical treatment. People think that insurance companies are on their side. Why? Because they're giving them one or two benefits. Are they giving them all the benefits they deserve? How would one know unless you consult with an attorney? Call the law offices of Jumana Kiruz at 248-557-3645. 248-557-3645.
With more than 30,000 successful in vitro fertilizations, IVF Michigan is now ranked as one of America's best fertility clinics according to Newsweek magazine. IVF Michigan fertility centers are the recognized leaders in high-quality fertility care. With locations in Bloomfield Hills and 9 other cities in Michigan and Ohio, IVF has experts in all aspects of the field. A founding member, American board-certified Dr. Nicholas Shama, is one of the leading reproductive endocrinologists in Michigan and Ohio. He has performed over 20,000 successful IVF cases, and it's helped thousands of couples fulfill their dreams of parenthood. When it's time to get personalized care from Dr. Nicholas Shama at one of America's best fertility clinics, call IVF Michigan Fertility Centers in Michigan and Ohio at 248-487-8084. That's 248-487-8084.
Welcome back and thank you for being with us. This is Khalil Hachem. We are talking to a group of people who are participating in the Culture Festival in Westland. And before we went on break, we were talking to Angel. Angel, what is the Michigan Lion Dance Heritage group?
So the Lion Dance is a Taiwanese cultural art, and it's meant to bring peace and health and happiness to the community. So we're hoping to share that with the community in Westland in the hopes of sharing our prosperity and joy and abundance with the rest of the people at the parade.
Yeah. And this is, you stand in line, and how does the dance take place?
Well, we'll be walking through the parade. We'll be during that, we will be performing our newly choreographed drum line. And the drums are rather big, so they're set on wheels. And so we'll be pushing and also playing the drums. We'll also couple that with the traditional lion dance costumes with 2 large lions that are also going to be dancing and marching through the parade.
Wonderful. Is this the first year you participate, or?
Yes, this is our first year joining the parade, so we're excited.
How did you end up being part of the parade?
Well, we made contact with the city of Westland, and we were very happy to be able to participate.
Wonderful. Look forward to see you there.
Thank you.
One Single Rose, could you share some poetry with us?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Welcome to her one-woman show. It's an ongoing broadcast that's always on air. There will never be any cancellation or procrastination. This is a can't stop, won't stop, production. Produced by a woman making magic. She makes the bread. She bakes the bread. She serves it up to fill bellies of the undeserving on the finest china, knowing nothing about me time. Because she's always busy doing something for someone else. And I'll give you a little bit more on Friday.
Wonderful. Sounds great. I love your energy.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm still trying to get up there.
Have you had your coffee yet?
I don't drink coffee, so as soon as I'm done with this call, I'm right back into the pillows.
Okay, okay. More sleep always helps.
Absolutely.
Yes. Dr. Rossi, so, tell us a little bit about your practice, where you are and how can people reach you, and, what are some of the challenges right now? We don't want to make it into a medical show, but, people need to know a little bit more about you.
Yes, thank you very much for this opportunity again.
Absolutely.
So the practice uses what we call direct primary care. So we're eliminating all the middlemen between the person and their doctor. A person just wants to see their doctor, discuss things that are important about their health, and figure out what the plan is for them as they get older. That's what someone wants to see a doctor for. Your primary care doctor shouldn't be someone you go and see only time when you're sick. Your primary care doctor is someone that basically grows with you, grows with your family, and that's what is missing in the kind of care we're seeing today, because of, there's so many middlemen between the doctor and the patient. Real care is lost in all of that shuffle. And that's what we are trying to do something about. Having a good primary care doctor has its own multiple benefits. For example, you don't want to wait until you go to a festival to check your blood pressure to realize you have high blood pressure.
Sure.
You want to be on top of those things right from when you become an adult. Chronic illness does not know any age. You have young people having high blood pressure, young people also having type 2 diabetes. These are things that need to be checked early so that you don't have problems later on. And that's what we are trying to bring back to medicine. Have a friendly environment to see your primary care physician who knows you, knows how to work with you, and not just give you a standardized care, give you personalized health care. And that will ultimately lead to better health outcomes. And that's why we are doing the direct primary care, model of care. That way I can connect with my patients, spend as much time I want to spend with them, address their problems without having another 10 patients waiting for me that I have to see. So, it's a refreshing change to primary care, and it's very affordable because healthcare should be affordable. It's a right. People believe
Absolutely.
healthcare should be a right, but even as a right, it should also be an affordable right where people are not, spending thousands and thousands of dollars and not even getting the kind of primary care that they need. So that's
Absolutely.
what we're trying to bring to Westland and hopefully continue to spread here in Michigan.
Sounds good. Ronald, just what would like people to know about what you do, Unstoppable Apparel?
Okay.
It's about empowering people, spreading positivity. It's about encouragement, right? Inclusivity. You know what I'm saying? That we all can do something positive. So if I can do it, so can you.
Absolutely. Final thoughts, Ronald.
Well, thank you for having me, first of all. Second of all, thank you for Mr. Pascal for even considering me for the opportunity. And, just to bring, let people know in Westland, if you have a disability, don't let that stop you from living life, because you're a part of the community as well. And one thing is, we love everybody no matter what. So I would love everybody to do the same.
Wonderful. Wonderful. One single rose. Final thoughts.
I'm looking forward to connect with everyone on this call and everyone who will be at the event. Dr. Asi, I think you may have a new patient. I'll be looking to see you this weekend, and I can't wait to see the line dance. This really let me know just from reading who was on the program, but hearing your stories and what you're going to bring, I'm really that much more excited.
All
Dr.
right. I
Ross,
look forward to seeing
final
you.
thoughts.
Yeah, I'm excited, because this is what people come together. Everybody leaves all their differences. This is a time for everybody to be together, to be happy, and learn from one another, and be happy in the moment. And definitely, we're going to be very happy and proud to be part of it.
Yes.
Angel, final thoughts?
Hi, everyone. Really looking forward to Saturday and making new connections. We're really looking forward to showcasing our new piece for the community.
Wonderful. Thank you all for being with us. This sounds like an incredible event. Look forward to attending and being part of it. I'll be emceeing the breakfast in the morning. Also, this is a great event because not only it brings the cultural aspects of the city, it also brings in the opportunities for businesses to get to know each other and to get to know their customers as well. So I want to thank you for being with us. I appreciate it, and then we'll see you at the festival.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Have a great day, everyone.
Thank
You
you.
too. Bye now.
Have a
Have a great
fantastic
day.
day.
Yeah, we're gonna take a short break. Please stay tuned.
Arab Center Washington, D.C. was established in 2015 to serve as a Washington-based authoritative research center on the Arab world and U.S. policies in the region. My name is Khalil Hachem, and I'm the Executive Director of Arab Center, Washington, D.C.
I am Tamara Kharoub. I'm the Deputy Executive Director and Senior Fellow here. Our mission at Arab Center Washington, D.C. has been to provide Arab perspectives to U.S. policy conversations and to highlight rights-centered approaches to policymaking as a way to serve the causes of human rights, democracy, just and peaceful resolution to conflict, and constructive long-term U.S. interest in the region.
Our work also addresses fundamental aspects of U.S.-Arab relations through timely and objective academic research, policy analysis, and educational exchange, reaching millions of people here in the United States and around the world.
Since our inception, we invested in producing reliable, evidence-based, and inclusive analysis on important issues shaping the Middle East and North Africa.
We would like to invite you personally to check out our publications and events at arabcenterdc.org.
And please follow our social media platforms for timely responses to news, events, and current affairs.
arabcenterdc.org.
Life for Relief and Development has now been rated as one of the best charities for humanitarian aid. Life's humanitarian projects span the globe, and Life is celebrating its 30th anniversary of providing essential life-saving aid to people and communities in 36 countries, regardless of race, color, religion, or cultural background. Where there is life, there is hope. And when disaster occurs here or around the world, including being one of the first responders to the Turkey-Syria earthquake crisis, Life for Relief and Development rushes in to provide food, medical aid, and shelter to those in need. We are looking to help the earthquake victims, and we take 0% overhead on emergency donations. So please help improve these efforts. Learn more about our involvement to help the helpless and bring hope where it's needed most, and make your tax-deductible donation to Life for Relief and Development now at lifeusa.org or call 248-424-7493. That's 248-424-7493. Welcome to El Shaba Restaurant at 2029 15 Mile Road in Sterling Heights, where you'll be treated to the finest in Middle Eastern cuisine. Enter into the exotic atmosphere of tantalizing aromas and enjoy our chicken or beef shawarma hummus, kebabs, specially seasoned Syrian-style beef burgers, babia fatouche salad, soups and sandwiches, plus desserts that include baklava, ice cream, and more. Just call in your order at 586-565-6661 or go to our website and place your order now at elshaba.square.site. That's elshaba.square.site. Then you'll see all there is to choose from. Try us today. You'll like us. We are located at 2097 15 Mile Road in Sterling Heights.
Welcome back and thank you for being with us. This is Khalil Hachem. I want to thank the group from Westland, those who are participating in the cultural festival there. What a great idea. So I encourage you to go to the festival, enjoy it. It highlights the city, it highlights the business community, the culture, and there's a lot of fun there. Now we're going to move to a different topic. And as you well know, I'm sure you've heard that last week the Feds cut interest rates by 0.25%. Although it doesn't sound a lot, but it should have some some effect on the interest, the overall interest. And with us this morning is Brigitte Jaward Hachem. She is the tell us who you are, so I don't have to mess it up.
I'm the president of Infiniti One Corp, a mortgage brokerage, and Premier One Group, a real estate brokerage.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for being with us. And as a disclosure, I do work with Brigitte on the real estate side. We've been waiting for this for a long time, and finally it happened. It was not what we wanted, but it seems that the Feds are very careful, trying to do it little by little. And is a 0.25 point enough to make a change?
Anything is good to make a change, more to the lower than the higher. So that it creates a little movement and some hoping for a better market out there and better payments, of course.
Yeah.
The rates are low, your payment's going to be lower. So it creates a little movement in the market, and more optimism, I must say.
Yeah. Just to help our listeners understand, the Feds control the interest rate. Right now, the interest rate that the Feds charge banks charge each other, it's about 4 point something. And then, when banks are loaning people, they add to that. What is the interest rate right now for mortgages?
They vary. You can get them as low as 5.5 or less if you pay points, but the average is running around 6.1, 6.2%.
Which is really good. And not long ago, it was about 7.
Yes, the 30-year fix. The 15-year and the 10-year are much lower.
Okay.
30-year fixed are about that.
Yeah. So the 15 are lower than 6%?
Yeah, normally 15-year are about 0.25% lower.
Yeah. Who should, I hear this a lot, and people ask me, should I go for 15? Should I go for 30? My take on it is, well, 30, you don't have to worry about it for a long time. You don't have to pay too much every month. Should people, who should go for 15 year?
15 years normally, well, there's not just 15 years, Khalil. We have 10 years, 15, you can even customize it. Some lenders like Rocket Mortgage, I must say, offer 13, 14, 15, 16, 27, 28, 30. They are available. And there's also 40 years available, which are interest only. So it varies. It varies on if someone qualifies for 10 or 15-year fix, they have a larger payment, and they pay a lower interest over the term of the loan, and they pay down their mortgage much faster.
So people I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. 30-year fix gives, for qualifying purposes, some clients only qualify for 30 years. Payment is lower based on the debt to income ratio. But then you can always pay additional. You can take a 30-year plan and pay a 15-year plan, and you get done the same time.
Yeah. And, so if I take a 40-year, then the longer the years, the smaller the monthly payment.
It's a little bit smaller, lesser, I must say, and but then you're paying more interest and you extend over the time of the loan. Those are very popular, like 25 years ago or 20 years ago. Interest only programs that led to somewhat what was going on in the 08, 09 crash. So that affected a lot of the market and the borrowers. And it created negative amortizations where people there were programs out there that you just make minimum payment and it adds to the loan. So it created value much less than what your loan is at the end of the term. So that led to a lot of problems.
Okay. For us to go back to about 5%, the feds would have to make another cut. Is that correct?
Definitely. They're anticipating 2 more cuts by the end of the year and 1 cut in 2026. So we're hoping they're not just a quarter. I'm assuming it's probably going to be a quarter. That's my assumption. But
Yeah. And that puts us at 5%.
Yeah, that will place us around 5%. But over the past 30 years, when I started in the mortgage business 30 years ago, the fixed rates were 9.5% or 10%. And we were selling a lot of the adjustable rates, and they were around 4.5%, 5%. But then, like over the years, we've seen them go up and down to 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and then we had historical lows.
2%, yeah. Which is an aberration. This is not really normal. Normal is what, 5%?
Normal runs for 4 to 6%.
Yeah.
That's the normal range over the decade that went by.
Yeah.
But we're hoping we go down again. But I must say, I don't think consumers should really care much about interest. They should, but when you're buying a property, important thing is finding what you want.
Yeah.
Because once you find that, whatever you take now is a temporary state. That's going to change in a year or two. I've seen people refinance every 2, 3 years, 4 years, depending if they want cash out refi, if they're taking a home equity loan and they need to combine it again. So you're not really set. So when you take a 30-year fix at today's market, you're not really set at that rate for your loan. Take that for now, and then we go with the flow of how things come up in the next year, 2 or 3. And some clients, they move homes, they upgrade, they downgrade. So things are not really set overall.
Exactly. If you need a home, you need to get a home.
Yeah. Important thing is finding the home. Everything else, that's workable.
Yeah. Now, normally when the interest rate is lower, more people or people qualify for more money. Is that correct?
When the rate is lower, the payment is slightly lower, so that qualifies for more a higher loan amount. Not be too much higher, maybe 5,000, 10,000 more.
Yeah,
depending on the price and other factors like property taxes, insurance. All of those come into factor when the debt ratio calculations. So it's going to vary from property to property. You can probably get a lower rate for higher property taxes, higher rate, lower property taxes. That kind of balances out. So what total payment is going to be.
Yeah. We should worry more about property tax than worrying about
definitely,
because that one we can't control.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, 0.25%, 0.5%, depending on the loan balance. If the loan balance is very high, it does make a major difference in the payments. But if the loan balance is reasonably like mid 200, 300, over 30 years, 1/4 or 0.5%, it really doesn't make too much of a payment difference. Stretched over 30 years.
Yeah. And over time, for the long term, over time, the money loses value. I mean, $500, 2004 was a lot more money than $500 right now.
Definitely. And then we do have a lot of inflation factors that are happening, and they're going to continue to happen.
Yeah.
As the years go by, things are going to get more inflated, and looks like it's more, but kind of the same.
Yeah.
Based on today's.
Yeah. What should people know, about the interest rate and those who are really in the market to get a home?
In reference to the interest rates, well, definitely they are talking about rates going down twice from now till the end of the year. So take advantage of that, lock into a rate, and hoping another reduction in 2026 also. So there's always going to be demands in housing. Housing is like food. You always need it, either rental or purchase, either or. You need a place to live.
You need a place to stay. Yeah.
You need a place to stay. So that, and as you know, generations are getting older, families are growing. There's going to be more demand for housing as time goes on.
Exactly. If somebody has a question or needs to reach you, how can they reach you?
I can be reached on my mobile at 313-825-4187. Again, it's 313-825-4187.
Yeah. Appreciate your time, Brigitte Jaward Hachem. I really, thank you so much for your time, and wishing you a wonderful weekend.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
bye. Take everyone a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
Are you going to start a restaurant or grocery store soon? Do you need floor plans and designs? Call Naji Abood at 734-744-9796. Do you want to buy kitchen and restaurant equipment at discount prices? Call Naji Abood now, 734-744-9796. New Concept Products and Design, the trademark of kitchen equipment. 5% discount on all purchases of $75,000 or more. New Concept Products and Design, new location, 31185 Schoolcraft in Livonia. Learn more at www.newconceptproducts.com. Call Naji Abood, 734-744-9796.
Ziyad brand. Quality products from our family to yours. Ziyad Brothers Importing offers the finest quality products, including brands like Sultan, Kraft, Nestle, Hook, Rico Picon, Dana, and many more. Ask your retailer to carry these fine products because you deserve the very best. For more information, visit our website at www.ziyad.com. That's www.ziyad.com. Ziyad, quality products from our family to yours.
Welcome back, and thank you for being with us. Quickly in the news today, the world continues to react to what's going on in New York as the world leaders meet to discuss at the United Nations, meet to discuss various issues, including the war, the raging war in Gaza, and the famine and the destruction there. President Trump spoke on Tuesday, and some of the key issues that he mentioned. Of course, he complained about the teleprompter, malfunctioning, and jokingly he said that whoever is not operating it correctly is going to be in trouble. So it could be in trouble. So teleprompter is what people use, like a screen, like people use to read their speech of. That did not stop President Trump from continuing in his speech. He claimed that he ended 7 wars. I don't know what he's talking about, but apparently there are 7 wars that he ended. We're not aware of. President Trump has been trying to convince the world that he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize for ending these wars. And I think one thing that could stand in his way is his support for unlimited war in Gaza by the Israeli government and the killing of women and children and starving people there. I don't think that's going to go very well with the Nobel Prize Committee. And if it does, I'm sorry to say that, but this is going to be a bad committee to give a Nobel Peace Prize to somebody who is wholeheartedly supporting ethnic cleansing, genocide, and the destruction of property and the killing of women and children, and using food as a weapon by the Israelis. Excuse me. President Trump urged Europe to step up against Russia. This is very interesting. President Trump has been kind of trying to broker a peace in there, but apparently that Mr. Putin is not listening to him. And would this really intensify the war in Europe? If he wants a Nobel Peace Prize, he needs to find a way to end that war, convince Zelensky to take a different stance. Remember, this is the war that started by President Biden. President Biden urged Zelensky to oppose Russia as far as being part of NATO, and brought on the war on themselves. And there were other issues as well. This is not the time to discuss it, but there were other issues involved with President Biden. I would love to see an investigation of President Biden, his son, and other involvement in various activities there, and what the United States wanted to do in Ukraine. And Russia did not want to have the United States right there on its borders. So a lot of people think that the war is about territory. It's not. It's about dominance from a distance, and having the United States on the Russian border would have not been a good idea as the Russians see it. I don't know if you remember the Cuban Missile Crisis when Russia was going to put missiles in Cuba. We almost went to war because we did not want those missiles on our doors, and rightly so. So another thing that President Trump was talking about is telling countries that they're going to hell over migration. Excuse me. Well, I had to break it to you, Mr. Trump, but immigrants are the engine of every country, economic engine of every country in Western countries, that is. And the reason there are migration is because of all the problems that rich countries create in poor countries, and this is why we see migration. If all of these rich countries, European and Western countries, can solve issues at the motherland of whatever country it is, then there should be no migration. But people migrate for better life, and most economies are working because of migrants, whether they're legal or illegal, because migrants do the work that natives don't want to do. For example, in America, migrants do the work that Americans don't want to do. In California and other places, jobs that Americans don't want to do, picking fruits, picking vegetables, getting paid very little, having no benefits. Americans don't want to do these jobs. Excuse me. And so migration can be addressed in a way, to try to address the issues, the underlying issues in these countries where the migrants coming from. And then you can really control migration. You cannot stop it, you can control it. As long as Western countries need the labor and need the manpower, and this is going to continue to, and as long as there are going to be problems, economic and political problems in these third world countries, migration is going to continue. South versus North has always been the issue of migration over there. The other issue that Mr. Trump talked about is climate change, and he said this con job, this is a hoax, doesn't exist. Well, I hate to tell you, Mr. Trump, but it does exist, and all these scientists are not, been studying that. I've been telling us that, we need to be aware. We need to take care of our, we need to take care of our, our planet. We need to take care of our land. We need to take care of our environment, so our environment can take care of us. For anybody to say that it doesn't exist, that's not really the the right thing, the right approach. I hope that President Trump changes his stance on this and addresses issues that are important to our climate. The climate issue is insidious, meaning that things happen, and they do happen slowly, and before you know it, then we have a problem. Look at the rain we're having. Look at the droughts we're having. Look at all of these things are come from climate change. And sometimes climate change changes naturally. We need to be aware of it. We need to adjust. To say that it does not exist, it's a hoax, really is not a smart way to really say it. This issue with Brazil and Colombia and others that the president was alluding to, I hope that he finds a way to solve these issues without making them worse. One thing that the president said in regard to the Middle East, and he's saying with all of these countries worldwide, and accepting the Palestinian state, that this is rewarding Hamas. No, it does not reward Hamas. This is how you end the conflict, Mr. Trump. If you want a Nobel Peace Prize, this is really a good way to go. Okay, you can't do anything in Russia and you can't do anything anywhere else, but you can do something in Palestine. You know, you can make the Israelis stop killing people there, and destroying Gaza, and then you can make a difference there, and then try to excuse me, try to stop the war there, and then have a just solution to end the war between Israel and the Palestinians, because even if you get rid of Hamas today, there's going to be another Hamas tomorrow, because the issue continues to fester. Okay, the heart of trouble in the Middle East is the Palestinian issue. You cannot deny the right of an entire population, and that's the Palestinian people. So, I don't care where you stand on this issue. I don't care who you support. The fact of the matter is, if you don't find a solution for the Palestinian issue, it's going to continue to fester, it's going to continue to simmer, and then you're going to have Hamas 2 and Hamas 3, and other people are going to come in. You can't really stop people from wanting to liberate their land, protect their women and children, and then protect something and attain a homeland. You cannot really stop that. So if you really want a Nobel Peace Prize, I strongly recommend that you find a way to end the war in Gaza. Ending the war there and recognizing the Palestinian state is not rewarding Hamas. Okay, it's just stopping the misery, stopping the genocide. And then everybody now in the US is talking, in this administration is talking about, ethnically cleansing the area, so they can, Mr. Trump and his son-in-law and others can have this grand development there. These are the people you were talking about. These are lives. These are women and children. These are the people that were there. This is their land. It's difficult to fathom that anybody wants to really stop, remove as many people as possible, so they can really put a development there. It's very unfortunate. It's really unfortunate to do that. I hope that at the end of this, one thing I agree with Mr. Trump is that the UN is a useless organization. Really, people come in. It's the setup of the UN. You have the 5 countries who can veto anything they want. Then you have the permanent members, 15 members, and then you have everybody else. That different classes of organizing the UN has been really horrible. Has not really helped anybody, and it's really unfortunate to keep it like that. It is useless. It's a place where people come in and give harangue speeches, and then, here's Israel has violated 27 United Nations resolutions, and nothing happened there. So if other countries as well, it's not just Israel. Other countries have violated it, and nothing really has been really imposed on anybody. Anyway, we hope that these people, find in their hearts a way to resolve these issues, and we hope that President Trump find a way to end the war in Ukraine and the genocide in Gaza, and stop ethnic cleansing in Palestine, and then he'll be worthy of the Nobel Peace Prize.
Arab Center Washington, D.C. was established in 2015 to serve as a Washington-based authoritative research center on the Arab world and U.S. policies in the region. My name is Khalil Hachem, and I'm the Executive Director of Arab Center, Washington, D.C.
I am Tamara Kharroub. I'm the Deputy Executive Director and Senior Fellow here. Our mission at Arab Center Washington, D.C. has been to provide Arab perspectives to U.S. policy conversations and to highlight rights-centered approaches to policymaking as a way to serve the causes of human rights, democracy, just and peaceful resolution to conflict, and constructive long-term U.S. interest in the region.
Our work also addresses fundamental aspects of U.S.-Arab relations through timely and objective academic research, policy analysis, and educational exchange, reaching millions of people here in the United States and around the world.
Since our inception, we invested in producing reliable, evidence-based, and inclusive analysis on important issues shaping the Middle East and North Africa.
We would like to invite you personally to check out our publications and events at Arab Center DC arabcenter.org.
And please follow our social media platforms for timely responses to news, events, and current affairs.
arabcenterdc.org.
A car accident can change your life in an instant. As a result of a car accident, you may become unemployed. As a result of a car accident, you may need a lot of medical treatment. People think that insurance companies are on their side. Why? Because they're giving them one or two benefits. Are they giving them all the benefits they deserve? How would one know unless you consult with an attorney? Call the law offices of Jumana Kiruz at 248-557-3645. 248-557-3645.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who has participated or is participating in the Culture Festival. This is a great event. I encourage you to go and attend. This is Friday and Saturday in Westland, near the City Hall. It's a really nice, great event. I also like to thank Brigitte for being on the show as well. When we hear about interest rates, we always get excited, and we want to. We hope that interest rate, falls. It gets smaller and smaller, so it can help. It can help the housing market. Also, I like to remind you that interest rates also affect your credit cards. If you're buying a car, and almost everything we do these days, we use a credit somehow. And if you're using a credit somehow, then that is it's going to affect you. So hopefully, we're going to need more than a quarter of a point for it to make a difference. But as Brigitte said, this is more psychological, and hopefully it would inaugurate and start more cuts to the rate and encourage more people to conduct business. And as you well know, we are in a market economy. The more, when people are confident of what's going on in the market, they spend money, and then money turns around and then circulates and then moves the economy, and everybody is doing well. And while I'm talking about this, I also would like to share with you the fact that if you spend locally, it goes a long way, because when you go to a local shop and then you spend $10 there, at that $10, the owner of that shop takes it and then pays for the merchandise they buy, they pays for the services they do, and that helps another merchant helps another merchant, and that money rotates inside the community and helps the community be successful. And then most people would say, well, how's it going to help me? Well, if these people are successful, they're paying their taxes, and if they're paying their taxes, then the city is healthy. Then if the city is healthy, then you get more services, and then your taxes are not going to go up. Your property taxes are not going to go up. So at the end of the day, everybody benefits from this local, shopping locally and helping the local merchants. Somebody mentioned to me that sometimes the prices are higher. Well, a couple of dollars here and a dollar here, a dollar there shouldn't make a difference. If it is very high, then you do what's best for you. But if it is only 50 cents difference or a dollar different, I always like to spend it locally, because it always helps to the local economy, and the local economy is very, very, very important. Again, we are hoping that this cut in interest rate, and again, I want to explain it one more time. The federal interest rate is around between 4 and 4.5, I think, something like that. So it's around 4, a little bit more than 4, and that is the rate that charges the central bank charges other banks, and banks charge each other when they're borrowing money. And then these banks add more to it when they're charging you and me. And this is why we end up with this 6%. Right now is a 6%, which is not bad. It's better than 7, and hopefully soon it'll be between 5 and 6, and maybe less than 5. And if it is less than 5, it's better for everybody else. Your payment is less, and then you qualify for more money, and that's gonna move things around. If you have any questions about whether you should sell, whether you should buy, give us a call, 313-819-0101, 313-819-0101. Thank you for your time. Thank you for everyone being on the show. And thank you for the crew and the production and everyone. And you have a wonderful weekend. Bye now.